Can you guys hear me? Can't hear me?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Thank you for being here tonight. The Palacio family contacted me last week after the plea hearing for Jose Rangel, and they were in shock and complete disbelief at the light sentence that Jose Rangel is facing. I'd like to remind the community who Jose Rangel is. Jose Rangel, not only did he allow a murder to happen in his house, but Jose Rangel helped his son drag Leslie's lifeless body out of his house into Eric's truck, watching Eric drive away with Leslie's body, knowing exactly what his son did, knowing exactly that his son had just committed murder. Jose Rangel was the last person to have contact with Eric. And today, he only faces a maximum of 2 years. In 2 years, this man will be out on our streets. This is extremely scary. This is unfair. This family needs justice. They lost their daughter. They lost their sister. They lost their family member. And in 2 years, Jose Rangel will be out on the streets while they're still missing Leslie, while Leslie is gone, and Eric Rangel is out on the streets. Where is the justice? We're asking law enforcement, we're asking the state, we're asking the community to come together and bring this family justice. 2 years? 2 years for helping his son commit a murder in his house. Not only did he drag Leslie's lifeless body out of his own house, but after he washed his driveway, washed Leslie's blood off of his driveway. He knew about this. He was part of this. 2 years is what he faces. We need your help. Do you guys want to say something?
¿Quieres venir a comer? Venga aquí.
Lo único que yo quiero que me ayuden, por favor, a que le den más años a José, porque a mi hija ya con 2 años no me la van a regresar para atrás. Yo quiero justicia. Aquí están pasando muchas cosas aquí en Las Vegas, matan y todo y no quieren hacer nada. Necesito que me ayuden los medios, por favor, a tener justicia para mi hija. Hay gente que tienen en la cárcel por droga y eso los tienen por muchos años a él. ¿Por qué él mataron a mi hija y no porque le están dando nada más 2 años? Yo necesito más años para él. A Lely ya no nadie me la va a regresar. Quiero justicia, por favor.
Would you mind just summing up for us what she said as well for her?
Basically what she was saying is that here in Vegas there's a lot of criminals. They go to jail for drugs and they get more time for that. And Jose is a part of a crime that is murder, and he just gets 2 years, and that's not justice at all. Eric killed a friend, a sister, a successful person that was trying to achieve her goals. And now she's not a part of our community no more. All I really want is justice to be served, to put more time. But right now we're not getting that, and we're trying so hard. On Friday, we're gonna do a protest at the CDC, Clark County Detention Center, where Jose is currently at right now. I'm hoping that a lot of people would come and join us and support us so that we could put more time and hopefully justice will be served as quick as possible. And I want Eric Rangel to be turning himself in, because right now we're just suffering and we have no words to say.
It's very difficult knowing that the accused killer is still out there, even though his father's been, arrested and charged.
Pardon me?
Yes. And it's probably difficult for you all knowing
Yes.
that the accused killer's still out there. How have you guys been dealing with that?
We're extremely scared for our lives to be going outside, knowing that he's out there, probably in Mexico, California, wherever he's at. We really want him to turn himself in, because that's the only way we could get justice. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'd like to add that a 2-year sentence, such a light sentence, would only be justified if Jose Rangel was cooperating with the law enforcement and the state and gave his son's whereabouts, and Eric Rangel was in custody right now. That would be the only justification for such a light sentence, if Eric Rangel was in custody right now. Thank you.
Did you guys get any notice from the prosecutors that this is going to happen? Did they come to you guys and say, this is a plea deal we have reached? What are your feelings? Did you have any idea before it was said last week at all?
They did not reach a plea agreement. He just pled guilty to the charges that he was charged with. What we're asking for is for the state to charge him with more charges and not face such a light sentence.
What are those other members of the family? Would you like them to contact the other families?
We have no contact with the other members of the family. The other members of the family are out there, and we have no idea where they're at, and they're just living their lives like nothing.
Like, are the investigators or you thinking that they could have any kind of implication of Leslie's murder?
I can't comment on that.
So far, we haven't, seen the sentence handed down. Are you sure that he won't get more time, or that he'll only get a life sentence?
Per Nevada statute, that is what he's facing, is a maximum of 2 years. So during sentencing, he could get a year, he could get a year and a half, but he cannot get more than 2 years.
For the family, obviously nothing, will unfortunately bring Leslie back. But for you, what does justice look like?
For me?
For the family.
Honestly, getting a life sentence for Eric when he turns himself in, like a life sentence, possibly the death penalty, a life sentence for the father as well, because Eric didn't just kill a monster. Eric killed my sister, a successful person. I really want him to get life in prison with a chance of the death penalty. I also want Jose Rangel to get a life sentence as well, but
Or a heavier sentence.
yeah, a heavier sentence. I honestly don't have that much words to say. I'm really sorry, but
We just don't think 2 years would justify such a horrendous act. Being part of a murder just does not make sense. So somebody could help another person commit a murder, destroy the evidence, and only do 2 years in prison and be back out on the streets. Who is he going to help next?
How likely is it that more charges will be brought against him? Have you guys been working or pushing or talking with any officials to see if that's a possibility?
This is our cry for help.
And do you have any more details about the plan for Friday, the time, what's going to happen at that protest?
well, basically, we're just going to go to the CDC, and we're going to basically march from there to the Justice Court to try to at least, convince, the juries, the judge, to put Jose more time. And, that we're trying our best to, put him a heavier sentence, but the protest is gonna be at 3:30. We'll provide a lot of water, and I just really hope that a lot of people would come to, come support us and just try to put him a heavier sentence.
If this sticks, this 2 years or whatever he gets sticks, will you guys advocate in the future for future families so that maybe these laws are changed and that heavier sentences is worked out?
Absolutely.
Do,
Absolutely, that is exactly the goal that we are going to be working towards, is that crimes like this are not justified by such light sentences.
Araceli, ¿te puedo hacer una pregunta en español? Yo quiero que nos digas, ¿qué les dirías a estas personas que nos ven en casa y que a lo mejor puedan pensar si ir a la manifestación? ¿Por qué la gente debería participar en esta manifestación este viernes?
Para que necesito que la gente me apoye a la protesta que vamos a hacer el viernes para lo de José, porque yo quiero más años para él. Yo no quiero 2 años, yo no me voy a conformar, yo voy a seguir hasta, yo no sé, para que le den más años a él.
Y quisiera también que hubiera más colaboración para que consigan localizar a Eric.
Necesito, si la gente llega a saber algo de Eric, por favor, que se comuniquen con nosotros o con Crime Stopper.
¿Será que nos pueden regalar información en español de la protesta de este viernes?
Sí. Mami, ¿lo has visto en español?
No, que va a ser un poco. She said, because and she's just asking.
¿En dónde va a ser?
About, the protest. Va a ser en la condena de detención.
Justice Court or from CDC, Clark County Detention Center, to Justice Court.
Dile tú, mami. Ella sabe hablar español.
Perdón, mi español no está muy bien, pero vamos a hacer una protesta en el Clark County Detention Center donde se encuentra José Rangel, y vamos a hacer una caminata allí hasta el Corte de Justicia y nomás vamos a ir de la cárcel hasta el Justicia de Corte. Whatever. El corte de justicia. I'm so sorry. Empieza a las 3:30.
Por si nos gustan acompañar todos ustedes allá.
Lenny, before we wrap up, do you mind just saying and spelling all of your first and last names for us?
Ophelia Markarian, Ofelia Markarian, with the Markarian Law Group, and I represent the family.
My name is Kaylee Palacio, KALYPALACIO.
Nayeli Palacio, NAYELLIPALACIO.
Araceli Palacio, ARCELY.
Wait, no. It's ARACELY and then Palacio. All right, thank you so much.
I'll give you guys my card. Just give me a second.